Today I just want to share with you a very simple scalping strategy. As you can see here, I am opening V75 and I am on the 5-minute time frame, which is probably a good time frame for scalping. If you really want to go hard on scalping, I don't recommend using the 1 minute, but maybe you can start from the 5 minutes. So we can see here with an interesting move. At the moment, we don't have an established trend. If you can see, on this chart, we have a few key levels which I always pay attention into. So before you make any decision, you have to pay attention into the key levels of the price. It's going to give you the picture of which side is stronger so that you go with that side. So here we have firstly a very significant support. I'm going to bring back the indicator in a moment, and then we have a very significant resistance which extend to that area all the way there. If you can see how this price is playing out, we can see that it is more like in a range because there isn't any side that has proven some form of strength. The main thing that you should focus into when you're making decision on such levels is to pay attention on the accumulation in terms of strength. For an example, we can see here we had the downward move and then all of a sudden a corrective, but the corrective didn't give us anything. The only move or the only point which gave us a signal, it was this low, meaning this low told us that hey, the buyers, they are now approaching, or they are now displaying some form of strength. And then after you've seen such a move, let me bring back the indicator for our confirmation. So I'm gonna just erase that one. If you want to see the settings, you can see the length, it is 30, and then the smooth, it is 5, and then the smooth D, it is 5 again. So the K and the D, they are both 5, and then the length, it is 30. So if you can see here, after you receive this sign of buyer's strength accumulating, you have to then make sure that the indicator, in this case it was oversold. So we can see that the stochastic is all the way below the oversold line. So it tells you that it is oversold, meaning it was likely that price is gonna go up. Then it means that because the stochastic was oversold before this pattern took place, it is safe for you to execute a buy here. So make sure that when you see the stochastic below, you don't just make a decision there and there, but you try to look for confirmations, and this confirmation can be this high, which is higher than that previous one. So the low, I'm sorry about that, it is this low, which is higher than that previous one, and then it tells you that okay, the buyers are strong, and then you can make any buying decision. Maybe from the minor breakout of that high there, somewhere around there, you can make your buying decision. And then as soon as you see the indicator entering the overbought zone again, you do your analysis, you pay attention into this area where the indicator entered that over bought zone. So you pay attention to what price is doing here, and if you can see, we can already see some form of struggling in terms of the buyers. We can see their next impulsive move, which is very smaller compared to that previous one. Not just the impulsive only, but looking at the corrective, we can see that now we have a corrective here which is a little bit bigger than the previous corrective, meaning the sellers were getting stronger and the buyers were getting weaker. We can just see by the lows which are getting lower and lower. So this was a clear enough confirmation. After receiving this low, it was a clear enough confirmation that hey, you can look for selling opportunity. You were either gonna wait for the price to break on the downside or wait for the price to go back to that resistance as it did here, and this was gonna be the right area for you to sell here at the next point. Why? Because you can see that through this low, the sellers became stronger, and also the stochastic confirmed. And again, with something interesting here, we can see that the stochastic is over sold down here, but it wasn't advisable for you to just buy immediately. It was a good practice for you to wait for a sign. And where did that sign came? We can see here we had this high which became at the same level as the previous one. So this corrective wave was a little bit huge until we received a high which was at the same level, but it wasn't enough. We had to wait for the support. Here we received the support, and we can see that this support or this low is higher than the previous one. And for the fact that this low is higher than that previous one, it means that the buyers were gaining strength. So after we received this low, then it was safe for you to execute a buy anywhere above that area. Same thing applies at this moment here. We can see that the price got stuck on that key level, and then we received a low, and then we have to wait for some signs, because obviously the stochastic is now overbought. We have to wait for some sign, and now we can see that it's kind of like playing out. You can see that, okay, the market is likely going to give us a low, but we are not sure if it's yet a low yet, because still the candle can come and close below, so we are not sure yet. So we have to wait for at least some few candles to be formed, maybe the market going up a little bit, and then we'll know that indeed this was a low which was lower than the previous one. But obviously you can see that, okay, now prices are just becoming stronger in terms of the seller side. But then if you can receive just a high which closes lower than that one, you can sell at any point in that high. I hope this is making sense. Just a simple strategy, observing some few price action signs, and then confirming with the indicator if it's overbought or oversold. I'm just gonna keep it short and leave it here. Thank you guys for watching.